This episode is brought to you by Warehouse 9, a new place to eat and drink in San Pedro, California. Hello, listeners. My name is Michael Kriskovic, and I'd like to cordially welcome you to the Used Car Files. This show is produced by the Sociology of Cars Podcast and created right here in beautiful Los Angeles, California. The Used Car Files is a community-driven podcast that sets out to shine the light on the unique perspectives and experiences that drive auto enthusiasts around the world. Guided by the stories submitted from listeners, every episode will examine a particular aspect of what it means to be an auto enthusiast. We'll deep dive across a multitude of topics that demonstrate just how fascinating this universe of gearheads and car nuts really is. So adjust your mirrors and fasten your seatbelts. The adventure starts now. This episode of the Used Car Files comes to us from Mar Vista, California. In the spring of 2024, Nate Ong's dream of owning a brand new FL5 Civic Type R quickly turned into a nightmare. He barely had the car for 24 hours before getting T-boned by an incompetent driver, totaling the car and breaking Nate's wrist and his heart. Being the romantic enthusiast he is, once the Type R was totaled, Nate's relationship with that car was also destroyed. He didn't want to just replace the Type R. He wanted to fall in love with another car again. As Nate searched for his new ride, a convertible Porsche popped up that stirred an old memory. Nate had dreamed of this car before. He didn't hesitate and pulled the trigger. Excited by the chance to build a new relationship with his dream car, Nate came up with a wild idea. Here's what happened next.
So I decided to have the car shipped to Seattle so that I could make a one-way drive down the Washington, Oregon, and California coastline back home. I expected to have the car in Seattle to enjoy with my girlfriend, exploring the city, Olympic National Park, and maybe even crossing the border into Vancouver for that weekend. I even mailed an AirTag over to Jay to put into my car so that I could track its progress across the country. Without getting into too much detail, the car ended up arriving 4 days late, literally on the morning that I was supposed to leave Seattle and start driving to Oregon. My girlfriend, who came with me to experience the delivery together, had already flown home, and now I was suddenly in a rush to get down to Oregon. However, the moment the truck pulled up in front of my hotel and delivered my new-to-me Porsche in the middle of downtown Seattle, all of my stress and anxiety melted away. I will never forget that moment of seeing my beautiful car coming out of the truck and hitting the switch to drop my convertible top for the very first time. I will also never forget that first pull in first gear and shift into second that was accompanied by a super loud pop. I literally watched someone duck for cover when that happened, and I blurted out the most devilish cackle of my life. My drive through Oregon and Northern California will always be one of the most epic memories of my life. I had so many incredible roads to myself in perfect weather. It was literally sunny in Oregon, which never happens. I was driving under redwoods, crossing mountains, carving through dramatic coastlines, and just seeing the best of what the West Coast of the United States has to offer. It was surreal to go on a hike or some other activity and then come back to this beautiful blue Porsche waiting and ready to take me to the next place. My favorite driving roads ended up being in Northern California through the redwood forests. A moment I will never forget is driving the Redwood Highway under a tunnel of towering trees in an area that was so remote and lightly trafficked that I had to double back 3 times. Dumping out of this dense and dark forest into the dramatic coastline of Highway 1 with the sunset just about to begin.
Nate's approach to getting his car delivered perfectly illustrates the fact that, for enthusiasts, cars often evoke a deeply emotional or even physical response. To Nate, and many like him, it's not just a car. It's the start of a new chapter in life and the beginning of a new mindset as well. Despite the obstacles, his willingness to choose the difficult path created memories and experiences that have made that GTS his more than any certificate of title ever could. Nate is still head over heels for his Boxster today and has built a community of like-minded friends for whom quality time with their cars is the highest priority. They drive the local mountain roads together regularly and wonder aloud how other people could possibly drive such boring cars. Have you ever made an adventure out of buying a car? Perhaps your experience was a wild misadventure that made you fall for your car even more. We'd love to hear your story. Find a quiet place and record your story using your phone. 3 to 5 minutes should be more than enough. Don't worry about making a perfect recording. Just be yourself and tell your story, and we'll take care of the rest. Once you're satisfied, email the file to michael@sociologyofeverything.com. You can also find that email right here in the description of this episode. The Used Car Files is produced by Sociology of Everything. I'm Michael Kriskovic, and I can't wait to hear your story. Until next time, listeners.